Hey everyone, how's it going? Appreciate everyone being here. Running just slightly late, but I'm working on it. Reason is I got some good info for you. Move this to here for now. Hello and welcome to Court of the Rings here on twitch.tv/LOTROstream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings/live, and facebook.com/LOTRO. I am LOTRO's community manager, Cordovan. Welcome to our Thursday show. Quick programming note to start off the show. I will not be here next week. So no Court of the Rings next week, although I have brought up the idea to Quartermaster U of maybe having him fill in for me, so there's a chance. There's a chance we'll be seeing some Quartermaster action next Thursday instead of me. But otherwise, I'm not going to be around. I'm picking up my kid. I have a 5-year-old, and just spending the week with him. We're going to have some fun. We're going to Diggerland in New Jersey, along with some other fun things, though. But yeah, I'm hoping to get Quartermaster on. It's just a technical thing. Basically, can I get this set up that he can just sort of push button, get started, and there we go. All right, hello, Kiki La, Xanthor, Fruka, Nettlebrew, CP of Landreval, Marcus, Uncle Kundir, Elda, Moobot, Glef1981, Unite, Silver on YouTube, Louise, Meredith, and everyone over on Facebook as well. Nice to see everyone here. Appreciate it. So what's the news? I've got an updated events calendar. I'm going to be posting this to the forums, and I was trying to figure out how I can actually sort of get this. Oh, maybe I can just share the event. I can't get the screen shared very well, so I'm just going to go through the event. But anyway, so this weekend, starting tomorrow, 10 a.m., we're going to have a 25% XP boost. And that runs, all these things basically run through that next Monday at 3 a.m. They begin Eastern Time. They begin on Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, shut off on Monday, 3 a.m. Eastern Time, unless I say otherwise. So, this weekend, 25% XP boost. Next weekend, and this one actually runs through the 30th because of Memorial Day, or until 3 a.m. on the 30th because of Memorial Day. We have got a VIP event boost. Then after that, we've got Hobnanigans. Following is a 25% crafting boost, a 25% skirmish boost on June 15th, and starting on June 22nd, and that runs until 3 a.m. on Monday, June 26th, we are going to be having a special new kind of event. Some kind of new loot box weekend is what it's called. I'm not sure exactly what makes it new about it. I think a new higher setting is what it is. Yes, crank up the loot box levels is the way it's been described in an email to it. So that's our most recent stuff. And then, the rest of the event calendar remains the way it was. So Summer Festival begins on June 28th. Then we have Hobnanigans. Farmer's Fair begins on August 23rd. Tale of the Shipwrecked Mariner on the 15th of September. Bilbo's Birthday, September 20th. Fall Festival, October 17th. And you could find that on the rest of that stuff on the LOTRO forums. And like I say, I'm going to be actually adding all this new stuff to the LOTRO forums today, but it just got approved literally a minute or so before I went live here, so that's why I wanted to get that on if I could. Will there be a beacon next week? Probably not. We're going to do something to get the sales information out, but I'm not going to be around. So no beacon, no DDO Chronicle, no live streams. So there you go. For everyone or just VIP? Well, the VIP weekend is just for VIP. But the loot box weekend is for everybody. Key drop rates increase too, maybe? Probably not. Yes, it'll be added to the current event schedule forum thread when I get around to it this afternoon. When can we get task items stackable to 500 like crafting items? I don't know. I'd have to bring that up. Yeah, thanks, Ungol Kondir. I very much enjoyed my time at anduinradio.de. That was a lot of fun. Any ETA on news picks from High Elves or new avatars? Not really anything new to add there. We're still working toward a Bull Roar preview in June. And when that gets a little bit closer to it, hopefully we'll have some information for you. Alright, sounds good. So, I am on Landreval again, and as you may recall from the last time I was here, I was kind of just working through the books, doing a little bit of work on finishing up a few tasks here. Looks like I still have to purge the plains a little bit. Otherwise, I'm pretty well set. Let's see, where's the... This is back to Hannah. I'll have to look up to see where that is. But okay, so token of worth, collect the RX skull. Okay, I do have to do that. Otherwise, just warg hunters and dire wargs. Alright, no problemo. So I'm going to probably just head over to those NPCs, see what I can get done during that time frame. Still nothing on the big announcement. No, sorry. We have to wait until sort of the final things are approved and ready to go. And I can't say anything until that's done, so these various things, like business related things, sometimes take a little bit longer than any of us would like. But that's just sort of the reality of the biz world. It'll get done soon, though. I would expect to get this information perhaps next week. Even though I'm on vacation, I will be back in time for... I'm not going to be back in the office, but I will be in the area come next Thursday. So if theoretically this stuff gets signed off on next week, I may actually show up on Thursday, just for the big announcement. But if that isn't ready, then I would obviously prefer to stay on vacation for a little while. So we'll see. When is the Bjorning getting their own steed? I have not heard of any plans to do that, sorry. Oh. There's the RX skull. I don't know when the announcement's going to be. It could have been this week, it could have been last week. So at this point, we're just kind of waiting for all the final pieces to fall into place so that we can announce it. And I'm sorry, these things take time sometimes. Alright. Orc skull back to Ragnar. Is there going to be a meta deed for completing all of the scavenger hunts for each year? No, I don't think so. The rewards are for, just sort of for completing that week. When does the current Remembrance event end? And will it be a yearly event? It ends on... Going off the top of my head here, so I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But my understanding is it ends on July 13th, is what I think we have down there. It's in the webpage, so if you want to look it up, you can. But I think July 13th is the right answer to that. And will it be back next year? Yes. We're actually planning this to be an event that we expand upon year after year. So for the 11th, we can add sort of an 11th anniversary section, and then a 12th anniversary section, and what have you. So. Oh, there we go.
This is unthinkable. Hear me out, traveler.
Do I look like I need some coffee? I'm actually a little bit under the weather, which is unfortunate. So, like I say, I'm picking up my son this weekend. I have a little bit of a cold. I have an auto quest, yes. Can we please have seasonal calendars again? Man, I'd like to, but the reality is I just do not have time to get that done. I was hoping, if in a perfect world I'd have enough time to do that along with everything else, but at some point I've got to kind of manage my time and let some things go, and at the moment those quarterly calendars are one of them. Sorry. Bjorning still in the getting it to a base level part of solving the issues, or do we have any updates? We haven't even started work on it yet. That's a future plan, not something that's coming anytime soon. But yes, that is the plan when we get to it. Do I know which date Mordor comes? I've got an idea. Not allowed to tell you, though. When in June exactly, that's we're not yet ready to announce. Basically what we need to do clearly is, rather than say commit to a date at this point, we need to work to build it. We got to do our work, and then when it is in a position that it's ready to preview, then we will let people know. But any kind of date at this point would be foolish to announce. When Mordor goes to Bullroarer, will I be streaming from that? That is a very good question, and I don't have an answer for you. The answer is I could. I mean, there's nothing stopping me from streaming from Bull Roar, but I also recognize that not everybody wants to be spoiled on this stuff. So I want to be careful that I don't, you know, give things away that people don't want to see. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I might do some kind of spoiler light stuff from Bull Roar. You know, just kind of maybe a look at the avatars, a look at the High Elf, something like that. But particularly when it comes to any of the content, the story, you know, obviously, you know, some of the big beats in that, I just can't imagine that that's something I'm going to want to spoil for people. Okay, I'm looking at Facebook chat, which didn't update on me until just now. Sorry about that. So you're the only programmer working on the product. God, I hope not. For I am not a programmer. No. We have got a team of people working on the game. I am the community manager. So that means I don't program. When I keep trying to get them to show me where the make it work button is, but for some reason they just keep rolling their eyes every time I'm like, hey, show me where that make it work button is so I can push that button a whole bunch and then fix all the bugs. But, you know, I guess they just don't want the bugs fixed. So, one of the things I am thinking about doing, though, related to Bull Roarer, is probably the day before we go live with Bull Roarer, I am going to do a special stream, and this will be a, spoiler medium stream, so everyone will be properly warned, and we're going to have a few of the devs sit down with us, probably Dr. Octothorpe, maybe Chris Pearson, and Made Alliance, maybe a few other folks. We'll kind of have to see what we end up doing there. And do some Q&A, kind of show off what people will be able to see on Bull Roarer the next day, and kind of do that sort of, hey, welcome to the start of Mordor kind of a thing. So, that'll probably, like I said, that'll probably happen the day before we go live with Mordor. But in terms of the weekly stream, I probably will avoid spoiler stuff. So if I show things off, it'll be maybe more cosmetic. Like I said, I could probably get away with the avatar revamp without, making people unhappy, things like that. A couple of years ago, Sapience ran a server-wide chicken run to Isengard with the top 3 servers getting special prizes, like server-only XP. I would love to do something like that. I'm not mocking you for mentioning bugs. I'm just being goofy. Do I know how much progress, if any, has been made toward having a 64-bit client for LOTRO? I do know that we have someone actively working on it, but I don't know what the state of that work is. But I know, like we actually have someone putting hours in right now on it, so presumably that means progress is being made. Did I lose weight? Not recently, but I have in the past. I lost a whole bunch of weight, I guess a year or so ago. I quit drinking. It's amazing what losing all those calories will do for you. Uh-oh. Can I avoid these people? I'm running through your camp. Oh, yeah. So the Department of Holbit Security is going to be taking Sapience to Isengard. So yeah, I know he's still actively doing his thing. So that'll be cool. Maybe we can, maybe I could do like the live stream camera thing and kind of show that off. That might be a lot of fun. Okay, what am I doing here? What's this thing? Collect the skull of the Great Auroch. Ooh. I don't think that that's true, Thomas. I mean, I guess I'll take your word for it, but I didn't think... Typically, expansions were not available for turbine points at the time, now would be LOTRO points, immediately upon release. I thought there was usually kind of a delay, where we would eventually offer it for LOTRO points, but not immediately. At least that's the way we did it on the DDO side. So I guess I would be sort of surprised to hear that for LOTRO, just day one you could purchase it for LOTRO points. I gotta carry this thing? Oh my gosh. I am a 70 Bjorning doing the scavenger hunts, completed weeks 2 to 5, but can't do week 1 as it has travel to crossroads after battle. Can't do that. I thought we fixed that so that you could do that now. You should try that again, see if you can do week 1. I'm pretty sure you should now be able to do that. Someone has a question about the quad pack on Steam. Where Quartermaster U actually, just in this past hour, has been working to try to get that back into the Steam store. So I don't have any good news to announce yet, but I know that my understanding is he's been making some progress and sort of dealing with the technical issues that have been preventing it from working. So hopefully we'll have that back in the store relatively soon here. Am I aware that on the web page where you can buy expansions and points, the points are still named Turbine points? Yes. That's because that page is not managed by us, but rather Digital River. They're a third-party provider, and we cannot adjust that page. It's up to them to do it. I have not heard of any plans to bring LOTRO points back to the Steam store. I think some of the commercial realities might make that somewhat less likely. You know, Steam. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really get into it. Sorry. You might be able to figure that one out yourself. Okay, clearly I'm going the wrong way. Where do I need to go? Back to the camp. There we go. Is there any chance in the future to be able to use kinship logos heraldry on cloaks or shields? I think that would be theoretically possible if that's already, if you're not designing your own stuff. I think we are going to see some kinship work, but it may be a while. Like maybe 2018 kind of a thing. Alright, fine, I won't talk to you.
This is unthinkable.
Well, that seems maybe like a good choice.
What is the meaning of this? By Turin's beard!
Hmm. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Weird. Alright. I'm trying to get caught up on chat here. You could still use your Steam wallet to purchase points from the LOTRO store, correct? Any thoughts on adding the year someone logged on to the special friends or SP Cole friends tab? No, I think there's some technical issues because, say, for example, the old Codemasters folks, I don't know that we have 100% accurate info on that. Will the old housing areas be upgraded at some point so you can purchase the houses both as regular and premium? No. Sorry. They use, I believe, some somewhat separate housing systems that would perhaps make that unlikely. I mean, I do think we'll see premium housing. It's popular, so, potentially. But probably not in that way. Ooh, I got some stuff to equip. Okay.
This is unthinkable.
Will devs ever try to smooth out the dynamic loading of the world content? Because that is one thing that has always bothered me, these lag chops that constantly appear while moving through the terrain. To some extent, I think moving from one land block to another may always cause a little bit of loading, because there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. But hopefully a 64-bit client would make some difference there. Will Kin Bank come anytime soon? Would be epic if we could share items this way. I haven't heard of that, but I think that if that would probably be part of a kinship update. Okay. Can we fix the lag? I mean, we're always working to find improvements there. I think, in particular, we do have work underway in that regard, on top of the work being done
You are welcome here.
on the 64-bit client. Are we ever going to have a 100% lag-free online game? I don't know. Maybe not. I take care of a couple of warg hunters, and then I will continue with the book quest. Like my beard? Well, thank you. I made it myself. I forgot my username and password on my account, and I can't register again with my email. What can I do? Get in touch with account support through help.standingstonegames.com. What they can do is work with you to reestablish your account credentials. Usually, either a couple forms of various kinds of identification, that sort of thing, that they can use to make sure that you are who you say you are, and then they can work to reestablish your account credentials on that account. Might take a little while, so I apologize about that, but that is something that they can do. So. Any more epic battles coming? Probably not in the short-term future at the very least. My understanding is some of the feedback on the epic battles is somewhat mixed. Some folks don't like them very much. Why can't quest rewards go into the overflow bag too? That's a good question. I don't know.
You are welcome here.
Okay, so Elsa's pack, back to Hana. Where is Hana? Both can be found in Ostgurth. Okay. So, North Towns? Where's Ostgurth? It's been a while. It's not Bree, is it? No. That's... Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. This game is still a thing? Wow. Yes, this game is still a thing. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. You should check it out if you're interested. We're heading to Mordor this year. June, we should start seeing that on our public preview server. And then, you know, we'll have a whole lot more info after that. What news have I spoiled so far? I talked about the event schedule that's going to be updated today. And we have a plus 25 something. What did I already say? I can't even remember now. It's at the start of the show. Where's my milestone skill? I don't know. That's a good question. Where is my milestone skill? There it is. Guys, giving me good information. Okay, can I get to Oscarth from here?
What do you need?
Can you say Fabian for me? Fabian. A player called something, a hunter on Evernight has been selling gold and hacks to new players. Yeah, that's something we've been working on cutting down on. In particular, there's been someone who's been trying to fish people's accounts that forced us to actually implement, at least for a little while, a more restrictive gate before people can chat in world chat. Sorry. Doing the best we can there. So, Penalty Killer, I hear what you're saying about Mordor hype, but the reality is some of this needs to be done before we can show it. And we want to show it as soon as, on Bull Roar, as soon as we can. So some of the timing may be a little bit of a challenge in terms of doing a lot of pre-hype prior to Bull Roar. Why can't there be IP bans for gold sellers and hardcore trolls like that? There are IP bans. There absolutely are. But the reality is these people make their living by doing this. Clearly not just for our game, but for a million of them. And they are very good at getting around IP bans. IP bans basically do little, if anything, to stop them. But we do it anyway. We also do things like ISP level bans. Some of the trick with that is you have to be careful, because if we're too restrictive, then just regular folks get caught up in these bans. But we toe as close a line to that as we can, so... IPs don't mean as much as they used to. We live in a world of VPNs and things like that, so... Best LOTRO player ever, King Z, aka Crowarg. Cool. Why do I have the same ping on US and EU servers? That is because they are all physically located in the same place. Audacity revamp? Question mark. Yeah, I do think we are going to see some updated Audacity armor when we do our level cap increase with Mordor. Stay tuned for more info on that. I mean, the reality is, this is going to sound way worse than it should, but the reality is, as long as they are successful even 0.5% of the time, they're going to keep doing it. So how do you stop gold spammers? You don't buy their crap.
Oh dear.
They only do it because they're making money on the deal, regardless of the effort.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Really, I need to go to... Nice. Okay. Alright, let's see. Do we ban accounts we suspect of buying gold, or is it too risky? If we can catch them, we do, yeah. It's often maybe a little easier to ban the gold spammers rather than, say, the people buying it. But we will if we catch you doing it. Rumors are group content will come later than actual Mordor expansion. That is not a rumor, that is true. It'll be probably a point update after that. Oh hey, 70 milliseconds, or MS. Nice to see you here. Alright. Alright, sounds cool. Right, let me get that done. Mention. Where's mention? Foremost. Where's the stable master here? Outside. Okay.
What do you need?
I don't think that's going to get me where I want to go. I could at least go to Forsaken Inn. Maybe from there I can get to the North Towns. Thanks, 70. I'm very pleased to be here with Standing Stone Games. Who's doing world building for Mordor? A lot of the people who, I guess you could say, are top world builders in the LOTRO team. Most of the world building team is doing some work on it. Absolutely. Osgurth to Bree to North Downs? Okay. Yeah. Is there some setting I can change to reduce crashing in Bree? Well, I would say in general, if you're running into some crashing issues, a couple of things to take a look at might be draw distance. Could be a DX thing. You know, maybe kick it down to DX9 if you're on a higher one. I'm sure if you go to help.standingstonegames.com, there will be some information as to some technical things in the support forums there that maybe you can do. Well, those would probably be the two things I'd look at first. I don't know, Kane Corin wants to know why a scholar is being penalized with crafting. They have to go to Rivendell to use the superior workbench. Gets a little costly. Yeah. No, I know who that is. I know who that is, Elda. That's Patience. Yeah. Yeah. Is the new patch or expansion going to have an update on animations and skills? Yes, on the animations. We're doing our avatar revamp for Mordor, and that's something that you'll be seeing fairly soon here on our Bullroarer server. Skills, I don't think is really part of that avatar revamp. When we do our classwork, that is an ongoing process here. I think we'll be seeing some updates to skills there. How will the avatar revamp affect armor weapon maps? That's a good question. In general, the avatar revamp probably will not have a huge impact on those things.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so okay, what did that person say? I go to Bree next, right? Skirith to Bree to North Downs. I was just there. Any plans to make class trait points available to get in another way? Not really. I think we're unlikely to be doing some work on that in the near future. The Avatar revamp is now part of Mordor, only in that it's coming at the same time. Most likely. I mean, it'll be out when it's done, but our target date for that is the Mordor expansion. My sister wants a panda in LOTRO. Can we get that? Probably not. I'm sorry. I'm not opposed to having pandas, but I don't think it really fits with Middle-earth lore. Sorry. When concerning the new animations for the Avatar revamp, does that also include combat ability animations? Yes, I believe so. Someone has a question about the Russian servers. Sorry, we don't have plans to offer separate Russian localized servers. Apologize. Locha Riza has a question basically, what are we doing to work on lag? We have an engineer specifically tasked with some work to find, individual sources of lag and then work on that. Additionally, we do have an investigation underway into a 64-bit client, and that should hopefully have some impact as well. Alright. What server am I playing on? That would be Landrival. So no sure thing on the 64-bit with the Mordor expansion. As a matter of fact, it is unlikely it would be done in time for Mordor. There's just too much work involved in doing that to get it done in time. Feckless, stay tuned on the announcement. We're doing the final kind of paperwork and legal sort of contractual stuff that's involved in order to be able to make that announcement. Stay tuned. It's coming soon. Have we ever thought about adding LOTRO point boxes to be sold via Mithril coin mail? No. Seems a little convoluted, doesn't it? Oops. Oh no! Ouch. Pay attention to where my horse is. Yeah. Thanks, Meredith. Meredith's passing along some kudos to the team on the scavenger hunt quests. Appreciate that. I'm sure they do as well. I will indeed pass that along. Okay, so I need to get to the North Downs. In particular, I need to get to Fornost.
What do you need?
Well, let's do a swift travel there. Any big updates coming out before the expansion? Oh, actually, I do have something I could mention there. So we are tentatively planning to do a patch next week. Exact day is going to be determined in the next, say, 24 to 48 hours here. And that patch is not real big, but it does have one thing in particular, and that is we are bringing back the LOTRO store to the in-game browser. But on top of that, we're going to have a option in your user interface panel for those who do like it being external to be able to do that. We've been, we did it as a form of necessity at the time, but we've been getting some positive feedback from some folks who, some folks are like, I want it back in the in-game browser, and then some folks are like, could you please make it so that I can, still have it external? And the answer is yes. We are going to allow you to do that. Actually, is that Eamon Wraith? Yes. Cool. I think there may be one or two other things. Let me actually call up my internal release notes if I can, and see if there's anything that else I can really talk about here. But that's coming, and like I say, I mean, it's hopefully going to be next week. The plan is to get it out next week, but it is in the middle of the final sort of staging and approval process right now. So the exact day and downtime is not 100% set yet. Alright, let's see. We are going to have the 10th anniversary Dragon firework now last longer. It kind of cuts off a little bit early. It's going to be visible for now approximately 5 seconds, so it can complete its kind of swooping animation. And the other big thing is we are doing a little bit of work on calculations on rating and vitality. You can learn about that in the release notes. Really shouldn't have a big impact on characters. It's more of a behind-the-scenes thing that will help us allow us to scale those values more smoothly into the higher level range with Mordor. Let's see. Yeah, a couple of minor localization and other issues. And we'll have that posted along with the downtime, like I say, probably early next week. Please do not add pandas. Okay. Will the patch have the new NPC for anniversary tokens? Good call. I believe so. Yes, it will. And what that is since you can still get anniversary tokens from the scavenger hunt, we're going to be adding an anniversary token NPC to, I believe it's the Westgate and Bree there. And that you'll be able to turn that stuff in longer term. Scavenger hunt should be around all the time. No, it's a long-term event, but it is not a permanent event. It goes away, I believe, July 13th. Can you log into your minstrel and follow me around? Yeah, if you like getting lost. Can I show us how that Tarkip shield is supposed to look, and will its appearance be fixed in 20.2 next week? It's a good question. Do I have the Tarkip shield? I don't see that. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Are you planning to fix the animation of hunters? I do think, as part of the Avatar revamp, we are doing new animations. So I don't know that it's going to be a fix to existing hunter animations. Rather, we're going to be having the new animations overall that will apply. Neato. Okay. Will lore masters be getting new powers? For level 40 and below in particular. I've not heard of any plans to do that, but I would never say never on that sort of thing. I think probably this will be a pretty good place to wrap things up for the stream here, but let me get a few more questions and such. Hey, Ring Dackle? Dackle?
It's a sorry day. Will you lend me your ear?
So we're testing the defenses. Norbury gates north of here. Slay the orcs and wargs, I find. Okay. Should be able to do that.
Will you stay a moment and learn of my troubles? How can I be of service? I'm sorry. Did you need something? Will you hear my sorrows? How grey is the shadow upon my heart.
Alright, well, I will take care of that later. Any final questions? Will there ever be an option to lock a whole inventory instead of just individual items? It's not something that's on our agenda, but potentially. Will we be able to make cosmetic paper hats out of all these scraps of paper? That's a great idea, but no. I love it, though. Will the avatar revamp also affect mounted combat? Good question. I will have to ask the team about that. Any new hobbies in the works? No, not directly, although it's something that has been brought up recently that, in a very general sense, we should do some more new hobbies, but I don't think that's going to be coming anytime, short term here. Will there be lakes for fishing in Mordor? I don't know. I'd have to ask. I'm going to guess the answer is no, but I don't know. Alright, so thank you for watching Court of the Rings here on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings/live, and facebook.com/LOTRO. Give us a follow if you want to be notified on Twitch when we're going live with shows just like this one. We do have shows 7 days a week, and we do have some open slots. So if you think you might be interested, get in touch with me, and we'll see about setting you up. Otherwise, you can also subscribe to our videos on YouTube to get this and other videos in your subscription feed, and give us a like on Facebook, not just for live stream interviews, but for all the other goodies that we put there. I will not be here next week, most likely. We'll see about getting the quartermaster on. If not, I will see you in 2 weeks. Thanks very much for being here. Have a good day.